Hey YouTube, today we're going to replace this toilet filler valve with a new one from Fluid Master. This old one here doesn't shut off and the water keeps running and running and running. So let's go ahead and replace it and let's get to it. The first thing to do is to flush the toilet and get as much water out of the toilet tank as possible. You could use like an old towel or something to soak up whatever's remaining. Just be careful that when you do take the rest of it apart, you might get some water on the floor. So have some rags or an old towel or something handy just to soak up the water. Let's go ahead and remove the filler hose and then go ahead and remove this filler valve from this toilet tank. I went ahead and flushed this and soaked up as much water as I possibly could with an old towel. And I have the old towel in a trash can sitting right under the filler valve. Just remember to turn your valve off so that when you take this off, it doesn't go spurting water all over the place. So the first thing we need to do is to go ahead and take this valve off, and it should, or take this fitting off, and it should come off relatively easy, like so. You might get some drip in here. Next thing we need to do is take this nut out. It's best to use an adjustable wrench to just get that out. But since I don't have an adjustable wrench with a jaw that's big enough, I'm using these adjustable pliers. And hopefully they're big enough and I can get a good enough grip and just turn them on. Once it starts coming out, you should be able to take it off by hand. This is off. When we actually break the seal between the filler valve and the tank, we might get some drip in here. Let's go ahead and pump this overflow out and just, there we go, there's all the water just falling into our trash can. In the box of this Fluid Master high performance toilet valve box, we have, I'm just working in the bathroom, so we have the valve, some instructions, flow line, a new washer, rubber washer nut, and this is the clamp that actually holds the hose to this little overflow valve here. So let's go ahead and put this on. So we gotta take this little rubber washer down here and put it up on the stem of this filler valve and push it all the way up to the bottom here. That's what makes the seal between the filler valve and the toilet tank. Like so. Then we're gonna put that in the hole here, and we're gonna make sure the top of this valve is 3 inches above that overflow. So once you have that measurement right, just make sure this is put in place loosely where you want it, so it doesn't catch on anything. And using the new nut, we're just gonna run it up in there kind of loosely, okay? Just enough to hold it in place before we tighten it up. With that hand tight, we're just gonna go ahead and reattach the water supply. And also you just want to hand tighten this. You don't want to tighten it too much to break anything. Just hand tight. And we are going to check for leaks after, okay? We're not using any putty or anything on this because this is all self-sealing. That should be good right there. So now we can put this in the hole that the old one came in and hook it up right in here, or we could use this little thing that came with the kit and put it in there so it fills directly in there. We don't really need this because this one had a little place for the hose, so we're just going to use that and hook this one up in here. Hook this one up in here like so. Now this little device here is a roller valve, where you could roll it up to shut the flow off to this little tube if you're getting too much water in the bowl when the tank is filling up. Okay, so that should be it. Let's go ahead and fill it up and see how the water level comes up. This is your fine adjustment for the fill level by turning this one way or the other, and let's see how it goes. I have the water going, no leaks, which is good. It's filling up in here. As you could tell, there's a lot of water coming through this little hose here. Maybe too much. So you might go ahead and just turn some of that off. I just turn in this filler valve down a little bit, or this roller valve, just turning that down a little bit. Okay, so I turned this valve down a little bit, and you can see there's not that much more water coming out of it. Let's see how this goes. Just to raise the water level up a little bit. Let's see where it stops at. Okay, that's about where I need it. And let's see how it flushes now. Alright, we have no leaks. I can't hear any water running, can't hear any water running. So I think this is fixed. The old one was leaking and you could actually hear it running, and when you open the tank up you can see it flowing. This one here, no running, no leaks. I hope you liked this video. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless you.